Hey guys, welcome back! Before we do anything today, I want to do some work on my card deck. I've already taken out the Thorns damage card since that absolutely ruined our silent bingo run last episode, and the minimal Thorns damage it added just didn't really seem worth it. But I also very recently remembered that we can now juice our old cards, and more importantly unwanted decks, into card essence to improve some of the cards in our deck. And I've managed to grab 57 essence, which I believe is enough to improve 5 different cards. So the question is, which cards do we improve? And I feel like doing our evolving cards would probably give us the most bang for our buck. So that would be our lucky hit chance, and our attack damage, more attack damage would be great, our copiously, our health, and our speed. I think those ones are going to be the most effective, and also it actually sounds like a pretty good spread of useful things to try and improve. So I guess if we put these in, it should... Yes, it costs 10. Oh, that was so good, and instead of giving us 0.1% lucky hit chance, it doubles it to 0.2. Oh, that's going to be so helpful. And how much would it cost? Oh, it costs 40 to go to tier 3? Yeah, we're definitely better off doing multiple of these, I think, but it is worth keeping in mind that we can move these up to tier 3 in the future if we get an absolute ton more cards that we don't really know what to do with. I think this is where everything was laid out, and we've gained an extra half a heart from that. Our speed is even faster than it was, as is our increased attack damage, and an even higher lucky hit chance. Whew. Okay, well, I don't think this will make like an absolutely huge difference inside the vaults. I am so looking forward to testing this out. So let's make ourselves a crystal. Why does it want more arrows again? Oh, for goodness sake, how many arrows can it possibly need? Basically 450. I think I might have to set up a Fletcher auto trader at some point just to keep up with this demand for arrows, because good lord. But we can worry about such things later, because we can take one more bounty, because we still have 2 more black opal to get on our current one, and we can either mine 46 Larimar for 3 echo gems, which is a pretty good deal, or we can kill 31 assassin mobs for 2 mystery eggs. I mean, 46 Larimar, if we just find a good ore room or 2, I feel like this is doable, and we do kind of want to look for ore rooms anyway for the black opal, so let's see if we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. What have you got for us? We have, a horde plus 50% item quantity, hunt the guardians, with actually only 4 obelisks. I mean, if we can run across 4 obelisks, I would definitely be down for doing this. 4 seems less than we've seen recently. I think it's always been like 5 or 6. So it would be great if we can find them. But we also have horde, so I definitely want to spend a lot of time looting. And we have a nice Drowndy theme. Okay, hopefully this will make for a very good warm-up. But I guess the only way to find out is to dive straight in and just see how it goes. Now, if you could give me an ore room at some point, like right now, thank you very much. Hopefully you have 2 black opal and a bunch of Larimar to your name, and I can complete both of these bounties, which would be a very nice way to start the day. Thank you for the chestplate. Man, the vault is once again not wanting to be forthcoming with these obelisks. It just never seems to want to give them to us, which I suppose I understand, but also I really would like if it actually would just give them to us every now and again. Yes, that's enough black opal. Perfect. Well, hello there, paint bucket room. Nice of you to show up at this point in the vault. I will gladly take everything you are willing to give me especially considering we are in a horde vault. I think that should be everything from down here. Have we got anything floating? Man, just the one paint drop by the look of it. I suppose I could complain that it's a bit of an empty paint bucket room, but ultimately, I'm just glad that you decided to show up at all. So, thank you. And you even gave me some Larimar and some Black Opal just in case I would have still needed some. So I appreciate you. But I do have to get going. That's not the way to get going. Just run right off the walkway, why don't you? Oh look, a first actual obelisk. I mean, I will take it, but good lord, you just do not like to show up, do you? Well, we managed to find 2 obelisks in the end, which for a second it did not look like we were gonna get any, but not quite enough. However, we did get 76 coin piles, 71 ores, 131 chests, and 558 mobs, with an extra 50% item quantity. So we should have come out of there with quite a lot of stuff. And actually the spread of chests was just so good. 30 living, 21 gilded, and 25 ornate. That is a very, very healthy split, so I will take it. And look at that, we got so much loot from that vault. 9 mod boxes, 8 mystery eggs, a ton of ores, a charm, 5 jewel pouches, and 24 gear pieces. Plus, we finally completed our Black Opal bounty, so we also get this. So, let's see what's inside these jewel pouches. Mining speed, vanilla mortality. Ooh, a perfect item quantity. Yes, please. Decent item quantity, pretty decent copiously. I think the copiously is better, so let's take that. That's a bit low. Vanilla mortality, durability, and item quantity. Don't think I'd use any of those, so let's gamble. 7.4 mining speed. That's actually not bad. I will keep it. Reach, vanilla mortality, 2.6 item quantity. I think that's worth taking. And finally, that's a very low item quantity, a low copiously, and a low vanilla immortality. Looks like we're ending this lot on a gamble. Ooh, that's a very low durability. I think we will be scrapping that. And as for all of this lovely, lovely gear, we managed to find 1 piece of gear with a legendary modifier, and that is this common sword with a legendary chilling 5 cloud, which honestly is actually quite intriguing, but I mean, I think since it's only a common, I just don't think I would ever actually use it. I mean, it's got a prefix of attack damage, it's got a great amount of durability and repairs, but ultimately, I just don't think it would ever really see any use. But what I do think might potentially see some use is this epic magnet, which has a ton of repairs and a very high durability. And while it doesn't necessarily have anything that really jumps out, the prefix isn't particularly what I'd want, and neither are the suffixes. I do think it might be worth checking against my backups just to see if it's worth keeping hold of. And then we also have this Omega helmet, which once again isn't necessarily set up in the perfect way. The prefixes, implicits, and suffixes aren't where I'd want them, but I do think it's once again checking against my backups, because you never know when you're gonna need a new Omega helmet. So I will definitely be checking both of these. Well, that vault definitely made for a fantastic warm-up, so I think I am ready to head straight back in, assuming this rock doesn't need any arrows, so I suppose, let's see. And I think, as much as I have been really enjoying the bingos recently, variety is, after all, the spice of life. So let's do, a scav or an elixir? Let's do a scav. Scavs are always good fun. And we can take our assassin mob bounty. And hopefully the Vault Guards give us a nice, not too dreadful scav. Ooh, enlightened. Oh, that's plus 100% vault experience. We don't care about that, but we need 8 skeleton bone shards, 2 saddlebags, 3 zombie arms, 5 green bangles, and 4 black mob essence. Okay, that's definitely not the easiest scav that I've ever seen, but it's also not the hardest. But it does mean we do need to find most of the special chests apart from gilded. We don't need anything from wooden. Okay, we are definitely going to have our head on a swivel looking for all of these different things, but hopefully we should be able to spot them, especially because, oh, I have realised, oh, it is still going. I just realised I haven't checked the uses left on these, but they are both still going. So we have our treasure goggles, so hopefully that will make spotting all of these things a little bit easier. And we do have a Badlandsy theme, which means I think creepers and skeletons for the black mob essence. So let's just see how this goes. Hello, living chests. Would you like to give me some zombie arms? I know that you've kind of got husks instead of regular zombies, but you probably just have some of their arms, right? Oh no, you have their brains with you. Okay. Are you storing their arms elsewhere? No? Nope, you've got drowned hide. That's also not the guys who are in this vault, but that's fine. Ooh. Green bangles, black mob essence. Any of these things would be greatly appreciated. 1 black mob essence, thank you very much. Any green bangles? No. Fair enough. Ooh. But that's extra lucky hit chance, which I really want, and that's 2 champions right next to each other. Hi. It would have been great if I had successfully clicked on that lucky hit chance before all of you guys came at me, but I suppose we're here now. And you just gave me so much stuff. What was all that? Okay, give me that lucky hit chance. You gave me so much stuff, I don't even know what just happened. And so did you. Thank you very much. And that's a saddlebag. Fantastic, fantastic. And I'm pretty sure that other guy gave me something that was Omega and also... was it? I think it was a lost bounty and another champion. This room is just full of champions. Did it secretly give me champion's abode instead of giving me enlightenment? It certainly feels like it. Thank you for your coins. Do you have... thank you for the green bangle. You had just the 1, but I suppose that's better than nothing. And do you have any saddlebags? And thank you for all the black mob essence. We must have enough of that by now. And thank you for the saddlebag. Ooh, any zombie arms over here, my good friends? Sorry, child, but you just can't stick around. A creeper eye, a zombie brain, 2 creeper eyes and a zombie brain. Okay, I think living chests might be one of the difficult things for us this time round. Thank you for the bounty. That's a drowned hide. If you could be a bit more forthcoming with the zombie arms instead of the zombie brains and the drowned hide and all the creeper eyes, that would be great. Not to criticize you in how you do your loot storage or anything, but I do have some specific requests if you're willing to listen. How many zombie brains do we have? We have 4. Zombie arm. Creeper eye. 2 creeper eyes. What is happening with these living chests? Okay, how about you? You going to actually give me a zombie arm, or are you going to give me 5 more creeper eyes? Zombie brain. Zombie brain. And nothing. More coins. With a green bangle. Wonderful. Ooh, you have been very, very kind on the green bangle front. I think another champion. Good lord. Hi, buddy. It's nice of you to show up and all, but why are there so many of you? This isn't a champion's abode. but thank you for all the stuff. Okay, we have all of the green bangles, still no zombie arms, and still only the one skeleton bone shard. So we really need to find an ore room and just as many living chests as we possibly can. Ooh, there's some living chests and there's some more living chests. Fantastic. I like the amount of green I am seeing. A zombie arm! If nothing else, we can say we found one, which somehow feels like the biggest achievement right now. Come on, zombie arm. Yes. One more. Yes! Oh my god, this actually gave us 3 zombies. Okay, so do we just need the skeleton bone shards? This is an ore room. Okay, please have some skeleton bone shards for me. Come on guys, level with me. You know you want to give me skeleton bone shards. I had to try so hard for the zombie arms. You know you just want to give me these, right? That would just be very kind of you. Bounty complete. Fantastic. And yes, we have enough skeleton bone shards. Okay, we definitely have everything we need. Let's just give some of the things. So we have skeleton bone shards. We have green bangles. We have zombie arms. We have black mob essence. And we have saddlebags, which I can put in a second. But first, let's just do a little bit more looting, because why wouldn't we? Okay, let's put you in. And let's just go steal a bunch of these ores. And what about over here? Ooh, yes. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. Oh boy, how did we do? 135 coin piles, 126 ores, 97 chests, and 605 mobs. But we did it! That was so good, and we got extra vault experience, which is so helpful. We just needed 35 living chests. The amount of creeper eyes and zombie brains that we got before we found a single zombie arm was wild. But we did it! I can't wait to see what we got from this. And once again, just look at all of this. 10 mod boxes, 5 mystery eggs, over 1,000 bronze, a ton of ores, a lost bounty, 2 more arcane saber antiques, which clarifies that we get these as an average chance in Mesa themes from champions, which is very interesting. And we can also redeem these to get a perfect legendary jewel. So let's see what we get. Ooh, a 4.2% item quantity? It's technically a bit of a low roll, but it does also come with some mining speed, so I will definitely take that. Thank you very much. Plus, on top of that, we got 2 charms and 23 gear pieces. We completed both of our bounties, and we completed the vault. So we also get to open all 3 of these. So let's see what we can find in this jewel pouch. Ooh, they are all copiously, okay? 2.5, 3.7, and 4.6. 4.6 is very good. I would love to take that. And as for all of this gear, we managed to find 3 pieces of gear with a legendary modifier. So first we have this common helmet with a plus 42% item rarity, which is a little bit of a low roll. I mean, obviously it is still a legendary, but it is on the lower end of a legendary. And since it's only a common, I don't think I'll be keeping hold of that. But then we have this Omega wand with a plus 2 to the level of Nova. And while I don't particularly have any plans to try out a Nova ability power build, I do think if I ever decided I wanted to give it a shot, this wand would actually be very helpful. So I think I might just keep hold of it, just in case. And then finally, we also have this rare chest plate with a plus 45% increased ability power, which is actually a very good roll. But once again, I don't really intend to actually try out an ability power build, so don't think I will keep hold of this. Although, if I am keeping hold of this wand, maybe I should keep hold of this just in case I want to use them together. Yeah, alright. I'll keep hold of both of these, but yeah, don't think they are actually very likely to get used. And then we have our booster packs, and we actually only got these 3 from that completion crate, but when I opened one of my chests, I also found this other wild booster pack, so at some point I apparently completely forgot to open that, so we may as well just open these all together, and I think let's start with the wild booster packs. Yellow and blue, yellow and red, or yellow and blue? I mean, this is a foil, so let's take that. And as for our other wild booster pack, yellow, green, or green and red. I mean, dual colours are always better, so let's take green and red. But then we have our 2 evolution booster packs, so let's see what we can find from this first one. Extra mana for each yellow adjacent card, interesting. Extra healing efficiency for each green diagonal resource card, that's pretty specific. Or attack damage for each green adjacent card. I mean, I love attack damage, but as I've said before, adjacent just doesn't give you a ton of options. But I suppose if it's something we're never actually going to use, we can always break it down into essence to improve more of our cards. But I think the one we'd be most likely to use is probably the attack damage, so let's take that. And as for our final evolution booster pack, cooldown reduction for each blue adjacent card, item quantity for each diagonal evolution card, or item quantity for each adjacent stat card. Ooh, I feel like we have a lot of stat cards, but it is adjacent. So let's take item quantity for each diagonal evolution, because diagonal, that gives us quite a few more options. And then we of course can't forget about our lost bounty. So let's see what this is going to give us. And we have, kill 69 horde mobs and get an absolute ton. What's this? The Lost deck. You know, I don't think we have one of those. That should be very interesting. We get some guaranteed epic boots and a bunch of gold and all this stuff, and all we have to do is kill horde mobs. I mean, I am most definitely down for this. And I suppose while we are in here, we may as well kill 48 assassin mobs for 2 mystery eggs. Yeah, let's take that. And I think we have time for one more bolt today. So let's make ourselves a crystal. We are missing some dead coral fans. Okay, we should be able to sort that out nice and quickly. Now I'm hoping when I break this, they're all just going to go flying into this altar. So let's give it a shot. Well, that certainly seems to have done the trick, so let's take this crystal. And I think since we did a scav in the last vault, let's do a nice elixir to round things off. What have you got for us? Just a nice standard elixir in yet another Badlandsy theme. Okay, well I guess that gives us a chance of getting arcane sabers, so that is very, very nice. And I suppose we shall just have to see if anything gets a good roll. Really hoping this one might be very kind to us, but I suppose we shall see. I don't know if anything has a good roll, although it looks like these guys have at least some. Ooh. That creeper had a lot. Nice, okay. Ores seem to have some, which is always good. Do wooden chests have a good roll? They are actually pretty good. Okay, so far this elixir has actually been very, very forthcoming. So I think... Ooh, those guys are good too. Okay, this so far is looking very, very promising. Let's see if we can get some good rolls on other things. How about you guys? Any good elixir rolls? You know what? You give some. And that's more than I can ask for. So, thank you very much. I will take what elixir you are willing to give me. We shouldn't have too much trouble with the elixir, so we can probably afford... Oh, an easy dungeon? Yeah, we can afford some time. This is just fine. You may only be wooden chests, but I would still like all of your loot, and I would like your champion and your potion modifier table. Now that is interesting. What have you got for me? We have Fear, Frost Nova, or Taunt. I mean, I never remember to use Frost Nova, but I technically have it. But I feel like if I was going to use anything, it might actually be Fear, because that, I think, makes things run away from you. Which does feel like the sort of thing you might want in a pinch if you were in trouble. So let's take that. And we will just take all of these wooden chests. Thank you very much. Then we can be on our merry, merry way. And I forgot, we still get the elixir from the chests inside of dungeons, unlike scavs and stuff. So I think we can probably actually do as many dungeons as we want in this vault. And we completed our legendary bounty. And bounty complete, so we have killed enough assassins and enough horde mobs, which is fantastic. And another champion. Hi, buddy. I could really do without you freezing me, but what are you gonna give me? Another arcane saber and a chest plate. I mean, thank you. And we can consume a lodestone with 10 minutes left. This is fantastic. Ooh. What difficulty are you? Challenging spiders? I mean, we do have 10 minutes. What chests do you have? Living chests? I will take it. Why is there yet another champion? What about over here? Okay, you guys didn't spawn a champion, which I very much appreciate. There's only so many I can take. Oh, thank you for all giving me a moment to take my potion. Appreciated. It's the one thing I do love about spiders, is sometimes they just get themselves caught up, and you're just basically completely safe for a little bit, which is just very handy sometimes. Ooh, and you've got a table. Alright, come at me, bro. But thank you for... well, it's an axe. But thank you anyway. And what do you have? Ooh, 29 to 35% attack damage on boots. I don't care what the other ones are. I am taking that. And I will also take all of these chests. That was a very, very nice dungeon. I do have to admit, as much as I hate the spiders, there is something very satisfying about completing a spider dungeon, because it feels like more of an achievement. Like every time we complete a zombie dungeon, honestly, to a certain extent, even like an impossible zombie dungeon, my brain's like, yeah, but it's zombies. Like, that's not even particularly hard. Whereas spiders, now that has some difficulty to it, which does make for a very, very nice feeling of accomplishment. Thank you very much. You are fantastic. Oh, that was a very, very nice elixir. I mean, just so much elixir everywhere. And 41 coin piles, 14 ores, but 201 chests and 642 mobs. And once again, not the worst spread of chests I've ever seen. We have had such good luck today. Our mod box and mystery egg luck has just been crazy today, and we have got another 9 mod boxes and 11 mystery eggs. We are just doing so well, and we also got over 300 knowledge essence, 2 more arcane saber antiques, 3 charms, 5 jewel pouches, and 14 gear pieces. Plus, on top of that, we completed our legendary bounty as well as our regular bounty, and we also completed the vault, so we get all of this. So first, I am very intrigued by this lost deck, so let's take a look. Ooh, that's quite interesting. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it has a few less slots than our current deck, but it does have some pretty long rows, which if you've got something that works on a row basis could be very helpful. Definitely something worth keeping in mind, and we will just put it in there for safekeeping. And as for all of these jewel pouches, ooh, 4.4% copiously, I will take that. Ooh, a legendary 55% vanilla immortality. I mean, the others are pretty low, so I may as well take you. It's even actually quite a high roll. Lovely. 9% trap disarm. They're a bit low. 9% trap disarm's okay, but we have so many that are 10, so let's just see what we get on a gamble. A 9% trap disarm, fair enough. I suppose we will keep it. Reach 2.1. Those are all a bit low again. What do we get on a gamble? 7% trap disarm. Now that we will scrap. And finally, vanilla mortality. Those are all bad again. Okay, final gamble. 3.1 reach. It's a bit of a mid-roll. I'm probably scrap that as well. And as for all of this lovely gear, we managed to find 2 pieces of gear with a legendary modifier, and the first is this scrappy chestplate with a plus 12 armor, and while I do of course absolutely love having additional armor, it's only a scrappy and it can't have anything else, so that is definitely going to get scrapped. But then we also got this rare sword with a plus 9 chaining attack. And I'm pretty sure someone said something probably a year or more ago now about the fact that if you go in with a very high chaining sword, you can actually unlock one of the hidden transmogs. In fact, there's a chance it was also on an old note that we got. Let me have a quick look. Old note. Yes, I should try chaining an unrealistic amount of monsters inside a vault several times. And that is very interesting. So I think, despite the fact that it is only a rare, at some point, obviously it would definitely need some work, but I think at some point I might take this in just to try and get that hidden transmog, because I do like getting transmogs. So that is probably worth keeping hold of. And then the only other thing I think I will be keeping is this 33% Idona affinity charm with 16 uses, which overall seems pretty good. And then we of course also have our mixed booster pack. So let's see if we can find anything interesting. Ooh, attack damage for each blue adjacent evolution card. Adjacent's not great. Extra movement speed, or 3 Vault Bronze per 7 living chests. Ooh, I mean, we can't in our current deck at least actually add any more resource cards, otherwise our Piercing Javelin will stop working. So as much as that's a pretty decent card, we're also not overly short of Vault Bronze, so I don't think we will take that. So we can either have some movement speed or some attack damage for each blue adjacent evolution card, but blue and evolution is quite specific and adjacent doesn't have a ton of options, so let's just take the movement speed. And just before we finish for the day, we found so many mystery eggs today. I mean, in that last vault alone, I think we found 11 and we found multiple in both of our other vaults. So we have a full stack. And while we do now have a glow squid, I mean, I would like more of them. I know it took so long just to get the one, but maybe that will have cracked the seal and now all of the glow squids will come flooding out. And I mean, I don't really need much else in terms of hostile or passive mobs, so I may as well use these in our hunt for glow squids. So fingers crossed, we've got 64. If we could just get one more, that would be, oh, that would be so good. And what do we have? We have cow, chicken, strider, polar bear, mushroom, axolotl, bat, cat, another glow squid. Oh, we actually, it really was the breaking of the seal and we can actually get more glow squids. I mean, it's one, but that is just crazy. We spent, I don't know, what was it, like 130 episodes and we found one glow squid, and then the next time we roll mystery eggs, we get another? Oh, that is so good. We also got like cod and salmon and squid and rabbit and goat and sheep and pig and dolphin. But we can add yet another glow squid and just straight up double our production of glowing, which is fantastic. Look at the guy. He's doing a good job. He's doing his best. I'm sure we've got at least some glow ink. Look at that. He's already made us like 300 glow ink, and now he's got a friend and he's gonna make glow ink even quicker. Oh god, that is so good. I mean, nothing will ever quite feel as good as getting that first glow squid, but getting a second one just a couple of episodes later, I mean, that is a pretty darn good feeling in and of itself. But on that note, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. And once again, we just had such a good set of vaults. I mean, we didn't get a new artifact, but we did complete 2 vaults, finish a ton of bounties, get another glow squid, and so many other good things. So I am very, very happy. And I think next episode I'm going to do another unedited vault, possibly with a bunch of catalysts and inscriptions to make it extra fun and extra chaotic. So I am very much looking forward to that. But until then, thank you guys for watching, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!